All right, so I'm taking down the command post, and I just wanted to show everybody what this looks like when you're taking this thing down, because it is in panels. So this is that big front door panel with the entrance that seals up, and this is the flat wall panel with no window, and here's another window panel with the roll-up flexible acrylic window, and then here's another one, and of course the rooftop. So I mean, this tent weighs around 300 pounds, but it's easy to move because it's in, you know, a bunch of different sections and 3 different bags. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, the way these windows work, I mean, you could put a window on this side and a window on this side, or you could put a window here and a window here, or however you want to do it. Or some people really like these entranceways, and they'll wind up, you know, getting on eBay and buying another entranceway, and they'll have an entranceway on one side and an entranceway on the other. And they do make something called the boot, which hooks these things up to a Humvee, the back of a Hummer. So anyway, great tent. This will make someone really happy. Like I said, the material's in just really stellar shape. I mean, it's dusty in some places, but I think it's just from the military having laid them out and folded it and rolled them back up. The actual material, though, you can tell has not been sun faded or cracked. So here I've undone the buckles, the plastic buckles that hold it up. I'm just pulling it off Velcro. It pulls off real easy. And now you have just like a sunshade. Like a tent awning, like if you were at like a flea market or something. Which is really nice. Okay, so I've got the walls folded up. The liner folded up. The floor folded up, and just to let people know what they're dealing with, in this bag it's 3 walls, the floor, the rain gutter, and all the liners. And the bag is, you know, got some straps on it. I can move it around. It's not a big deal. In this bag is the entrance wall. And also, I'll be able to fit the lid, the roof cap on it in there. And you know, I put this tent up by myself. You can totally do it by yourself. You can assemble the frame by yourself. You can get the roof cap on by yourself. And I mean, it takes a while, but you can do it. And when it comes time to lower these legs, as I was telling y'all in the earlier video, the other video on YouTube, when you get it to the correct height, you know you're at the correct height because you're at the level where the pin is in a channel where it completely rotates. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, this floor slopes a little bit, so I'm on the second to last notch. But here I'm on the full one, so see, look, see how these rotate? So what I'll do is, as I go along disassembling this, I'm going to pull this and go down notch by notch. I'll do a notch here, a notch there, and then bring the tent down to where these purlins on the side will be about, you know, right here. It'll be easier to work on the roof. Okay, so here it is with the legs lowered. And with the legs lowered, this comes up, I guess, to about 5 feet or so on the sides, and this is how you get the roof cap on by yourself. The way I do it is I roll out the roof cap all the way from one end to the other, and then what I do is I just wind up lifting the roof cap on and throwing it over one of these roof purlins, and then I take it and I throw it over this other side, this one in the middle. And then the side that's hanging down over here, I pick it up and I put it over this. And so what happens is you have it lined up draped all the way across. And I'm going to show you all that in just a moment. And that's how you install it by yourself. So they talk about how you need all these men to put this thing up by yourself, but you really don't. I think it's, honestly, some of the instructions are made for, you know, someone who's just never done or dealt with anything like this before. But I'm real pleased with this thing, and these are great tents. And here you can get a little bit better detail on how the stove deck cover works. See, you pull it back, and then there's tie tape so you can hold it in place, and put a stove pipe through it. Anyway, this hopefully gives some people some better information about these tents. You'd think Camel Manufacturing would make an in-depth video about their tents, but none such exists on YouTube. So one thing to mention on the roof cap is that the side purlins are held on with these Fastex buckles and straps. There's 2 per purlin on both sides, on both at least quadrants. So 4 on one side, 4 on the other. And you just start lifting this up, see? Okay, so here I am taking the roof cap off, and you can see how I was telling you about taking it from the side, rolling it up towards the middle, and then dropping it section by section. And you do the same thing when you put the roof cap on. Lay it all the way across the bottom, just after you get it up, and then just kind of poke it through and go over the eaves and hang it up that way. Also, too, I'm going to show y'all how we take the frame down. And what you do is you loosen these joints, this one, and this one, and this one, and you basically let the legs, these 3 legs, fold